Today we're looking at the CA90 superglue chamber manufactured by Fumecare. The control panel consists of a membrane. On the membrane there are a series of buttons. The main button is the menu, and coming off the menu are two arrows up and down which are used to negotiate the submenus once inside. The next key is the arrow key, which is the start cycle key. Next to it is the pause key, which is used to pause or abort the cycle, and below that are a tick and a cross. Those keys are used to accept and reject commands once in the submenus. Now we're going to examine the menu. Once you press the menu key, you'll see the submenu, which lists calibration, contact time, purge time, RH timeout, and UV sterilize. First we're going to access the humidity calibration. So to access this, you press the tick key when the arrow is opposite and that brings you into the submenu, which is displaying the humidity. Pressing the up and down keys take it upwards and downwards, and pressing the tick key accepts the setting. We'll discuss calibration in more depth towards the end of this video. Next on the menu is the contact time. Accepting that by pressing the tick. At the moment it's set for 10 minutes. You can press the up and down keys to display your desired setting upwards or downwards. And to accept, press the tick. Next on the menu is the purge time. This is the time it takes to extract the chamber on completion of the purging cycle. Next comes the purge time. The purge is what cuts in after the vaporization period to extract the fumes from the chamber. So you press the tick to accept entry to the menu, and at the moment that displays 10 minutes. You can set that for a time of your own choice. We recommend between 15 and 20 minutes. To accept that time, you press the tick. Next in the menu is the RH timeout. This is the button designed to set a preset time which you want the cabinet to run up to humidity. If you fail to reach the humidity in that time, that means there's a problem. Either the water is not available, the outlet is blocked by exhibits. So to enter this one, you press the tick, and then you can set the RH timeout, which at the moment you can see is 10 minutes. So if after 10 minutes you've not reached 80%, you need to abort the cycle and go inside to find out what's wrong. Last on the list is the UV sterilize. This is an option that you can have UV lights inside to use them to decontaminate the system. To access, again, press the tick. Pressing the time gives you 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. The UV system is interlocked, and if you open the door, it immediately goes to purge and the UV lights are turned off. Next we're going to look at the heater control. This is unique on the Fumecare cabinet, which allows you to set the hot plate at your desired temperature. To access the set point, you press the P key, and that displays the set point at 120. To adjust upwards or downwards, you press the up and down keys and then P to accept. At the moment it's displaying the temperature inside the chamber. The set point is a user operation. We're now going to look at the calibration, which is an engineer operation. The timer is a multi-function device. A number of features are used, but some aren't. So we're going to run through the ones that are now. So to access the menu, you press the P key for more than 5 seconds. and you see the first option is the set point lower limit. This is where you want the hot plate to switch off. To access this, you press P, and at the moment it's set for 100. To accept that, you press P again. Now you go onto the arrow key to move to the next parameter, which is a set point high limit. To access that again, you press P. At the moment it's set for 140, so we're going to lower that down to 130. And as you can see, it comes down by pressing the arrow keys. To accept that, you then press the P key. That's accepted. Now you move on to the next operation, which is the sense. The sense is preset and it should be on PTC, which it is, and you accept. Moving along, we come to the offset. The offset is a setting that measures the hot plate thermocouple, which is mounted into the hot plate, and the display. The offset allows fine calibration and any adjustment between the difference in reading and temperature. Set that. At the moment it's set at 12, and we found that 12 is quite unique for our cabinets. So we move on. The next operation is DP. So we press the key, units, DP. DP is off. We move on. Go up. Units, press P, and at the moment we're displaying degrees centigrade. So we press P to accept that's okay. Go down. Fill is a filter, and we set that at 0.5, which it's set to, and P accepts it. Next along is the H set. So to press the P on that one, we've got 2 at the moment, which we find is accurate for what we're doing. So we move on. The next function is the function.
What is it?
Yeah. That's it, function. Function is to heat. So you have an option with the timer, it's heat or cool. In this instance, we're obviously using it to heat. And then finally, you will go down to the set point, which is SP. There it is, and it's set at 120, so P accepts that. If you leave it now for 5 or 10 seconds, it comes back into normal operation. To calibrate the hot plate, using the hot plate probe, I measure it now when it's cold, and I've got 12 degrees. The display is reading 15 degrees, which is within the specification. To set the offset, first of all you measure the average temperature on the hot plate, and then you go to the control, you hold the P key for more than 5 seconds, and you're into the menu. You scroll down to the offset and you accept, and then you set the offset to the desired value. On this occasion it's 14. To accept, you press the P, and then the display will flash for about 15 seconds, and then it will display the temperature. Now we're going to go through the calibration of the humidity. Using a calibrated humidity meter, I'm moving to the control panel, pressing the menu key. If you remember, we're going to calibration, so we tick to accept that. Now we're showing a reading at the moment of 60 to 62% humidity. We look at the calibrated meter inside the chamber, and we're showing 69.7. So we're 68.4. It's moving around. So in the calibration now, we're going to press the up key to take us up to the reading that's displayed of 67. It does jump around a little bit, but as soon as you press the accept key, it reads the reading we've got. We're now ready to run the cabinet. So once you've set your parameters in, you press the start button indicated by the arrow, and you'll see the display begins to show that the humidity's up to 80% already, because today we're in a very humid environment, and that the hot plate is on but the humidifier is off. When the humidity drops below 80%, the humidifier will come back on to maintain 80%. At the top is the time counting up, showing the vaporization time, and at the bottom is the total time of the cycle left, including purge time. Once the vaporization time is completed, the cabinet will go into purging. The purging time will be what you've set, which we did 10 minutes on this one earlier on, just for this demonstration period. At the end of that 10-minute period, the fumes will have gone and the cabinet is safe to open. To measure the temperature of the hot plate, we use a probe, which is a hot plate probe, with a probe and a point to touch. This probe is placed onto the hot plate and we'll check the readings. Below the work surface is located the humidifier, which was designed by Fumecare and is manufactured by Fumecare. Below the fan is a wick filter, which is a consumable item which stops any bacterial build-up in the air. Adjacent to that is the hot plate. Again, the hot plate was designed and built by Fumecare. And over to the left of the hot plate is the humidity sensor. In the corner, you'll see lift the cover off. There's the pre-filter, which is designed to protect the main filter from any dust particles and glue residue. This is an anti-static material, and it will take particulate sizes down to 5 microns. This needs to be replaced frequently to keep the efficiency of the purging at the set level. Here we can examine the humidifier. To access the humidity filter, you remove the nuts on the top of the humidifier box. Remove the lid, and this will expose the wick filter located inside of the chamber. Remove the wick filter, so, and replace with a new one over the spigot, on with the top, and resecure. The door lock is equipped with security tags as well as a key lock, and we have an electronic door lock which is built into the cycle to prevent the door from opening during the cycle.